Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Name. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Shunnyavadi Pashchata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hi Krishna devotees, welcome everyone for today morning reading and discussion from Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 16, verse number 6 onwards. What we have read so far, Lord Shri Krishna in this chapter is speaking about two kinds of beings found in this world, divine and demoniac. What is the sampatti of the divine has been discussed, and what is the sampatti of the demoniac has been discussed. Text number 5, which we read yesterday, where Lord Shri Krishna says, Devi Sampat Vimokshaya. Devi Sampati, one who has Devi opulences, Devim qualities, the Mokshaya, that takes him to liberation. Nibandha ya suri mata. According to me, mata means it is considered Nibandha asuri, Nibandhaya asuri. So that which is asuric, that binds, for bondage. Ma suchaha sampadam devim. Do not worry, Arjuna. Abhijato, you are born with sampati, devim sampati, Asi Pandava. Like that, Lord Shri Krishna speaks. All right. And last line of the purport was, anyone who performs the regulated principles of different orders of life is transcendently situated. We had a little exercise for all of you yesterday to read the purport 16.1 to 3 and find out how all those 26 qualities, or most of it, as described by Prabhupada, falls into different varna and ashram. I did receive a message from Mother Indradika as well as I believe Mother Yagya. Sorry, bear with me, I didn't have a chance to open the doc, but I'll probably do it today. All right, let's continue reading our text number 6 onwards. And after that, we'll send it on to the group also for all of you to see what has been done. Text number 6. Gaubhuta sarga lokesmin deva asura evacha Daivo Vistarashaha Prokta Asuram Patameshanu. You can open today, fasting now, so no cooking. Gau Bhuta Sargau Lokesmain. In this Sarga, Bhuta Sarga, in this created world, or there are two kinds of created beings found in this world, Lokesmain. Daiva, one is Daiva, second is Asura, Evachaha. Daivo Vistara Shaha Prokta Vistara Shaha Daivo, divine. So Daivo Vistara Shaha Prokta. So in detail, Prokta means said, Asuram Patha Meshunu. So Lord Shri Krishna says, now hear from me in detail about these two personalities. O son of Pratha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called the divine and the other demoniac. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Yeah, that has been explained already. Now hear from me of the demoniac. So this is a fantastic chapter actually. It leaves no doubt where we were before coming to Krishna consciousness. We were a member of which party? And now after coming to Krishna consciousness, we have an opportunity to become a member of which party? And how much changes and transformations we have undergone by the grace of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada's loyal followers. Purport. Lord Krishna, having assured Arjuna that he was born with the divine qualities, now describing the demoniac way. The conditioned living entities are divided into two classes in this world. Those who are born with divine qualities follow regular life. That is to say, they abide by the injunction in scriptures and by the authorities. So what is a way by which the devotees live their life? Is by following the scriptures and authorities. One should perform duties in the light of authoritative scriptures. This mentality is called divine. One who does not follow the regulated principles as they are laid down in the scriptures and who acts according to his whims is called demoniac or asuric. There is no other criteria but obedience to the regulated principles of scriptures. It is mentioned in the Vedic literature that both the demigods and demons are born of the Prajapati. The only difference is that one class obeys the Vedic injunctions and the other does not. A quick reflection in the previous verse, Krishna says to Arjuna in text number 5, Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibandaya Asuri Mata Masucha Sampadam Daivim Abhijatosi Pandava. So Lord Shri Krishna says, Arjuna, do not worry, you are born with divine qualities. And in the verse which we're reading right now, what it means to be divine, Prabhupada writes in the purport, one who follows the regulative principles and authoritative scriptures. And what it means to be demoniac, one who do not follow anyone's authority and who do not follow regulative principles and scriptures like that. So, in other words, Lord Shri Krishna is saying, Arjuna, you're born with the divine qualities. Undoubtedly, you will do what I am telling you. You're going to follow the instructions. However, your cousin brother, Duryodhan, even if, chalo, Bhagavad Gita was 700 verses, even if I have a 7-day Bhagavad Sapta for him, that rascal would not change. Why? Because he's born with asuric qualities. That's something very important subject matter for just to contemplate and understand. Now imagine Krishna could have chosen Duryodhan. Krishna wanted to speak and spoken to Duryodhan also. And probably Duryodhan would have heard also for some time. But there are two kinds of beings, Daivim and Asurik. One who is of a Daivi nature, he is already by birth has his qualification to follow the authorities, follow the Vedic scriptures, rules and regulations. But those of Asurik mentality, they can't. So like this, in this regard, our acharyas have said how a devotee should deal with the outside world in terms of how we should deal with the those who are averse to Krishna, those who are ignorant of Krishna, is based on these qualities, their actions, divine or demonic like that. Text number 7. Okay, let me just make one more point here. When we are doing an outreach, it's very important not to waste our time with the people of demonic mindset. Therefore, right at the beginning, we should create a system of doing a filtration. So whether this kind of two categories of people get filtered out. And now you can focus your attention on those who have some divine sympathy. And this is what is called strategy. This is how we should make it. Otherwise, those with the demonic mindset, they're really going to suck up your blood, eat a lot of your time, but do nothing. And I have hundreds of experience. I'm learning by my mistakes. Anyways, text number 7 now. Pravrittam cha nivrittam cha janana vidura suraha. So now, the qualities of our previous lifetime is described here before coming to Krishna consciousness, which means the qualities of Asuric mentality. Pravrittam cha nivrittam cha janana vidura suraha. Na saucham napi na shaucham napi chacharu. Na satyam teshu vidyate. Now Krishna will only say na. They don't have this, they don't have this, they don't have this. Alright? So pravrittam cha nivrittam. These rascals don't know what is proper action, improper action. Janana vidura asura. Na vidu means they do not know pravrittam nivrittam, proper, improper. Na sacham, they don't know cleanliness. Na api, and they do not also know charo, which means acharan. What should be the acharan? Na satyam, satya to bol hi nahi sakte. Teshu vidyate. There is no truth in them, which means they cannot keep their words. What it means? They cannot keep their words. Na satyam teshu vidyate. So we have to make a transition. If we say something, we're going to do it. We cannot just leave it like this. Translation. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done, what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. Oh, little purport here. Okay, so devotees would like to read, can raise their hands. You can call upon. Okay, Mother Sangeeta, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In every civilized human society, there is some set of scriptural rules and regulations which is followed from the beginning, especially among the Aryans. those who adopt the Vedic civilization and who are known as the most advanced civilized peoples, those who do not follow the scriptural injunctions are supposed to be demons. Therefore, it is stated here that the demons do not know the scriptural rules, nor do they have any inclination to follow them. Most of them do not know them, and even some of them know, they have not the tendency to follow them. They have no faith, nor are they willing to act in terms of the Vedic injunctions. The demons are not clean, either externally or internally. One should always be careful to keep his body clean by bathing, brushing teeth, shaving, changing clothes, etc. As far as internal cleanliness is concerned, one should always remember the holy names of God and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The demons neither like nor follow all these rules for external and internal cleanliness. As far as for behavior, there are many rules and regulations guiding human behavior, such as the Manu Samhita, so which is the law of the human race. Even up to today, those who are Hindu follow the Manu Samhita laws of inheritance and other legalities are derived from this book. Now, in the Manu Samhita, it is clearly stated that a woman should not be given freedom. That does not mean that women are not to be kept as slaves, but they are like children. Children are not given freedom, but that does not mean that they are kept as slaves. The demons have now neglected such injunctions, and they think that women should be given as freedom as men. However, this has not improved the social condition of the world. Actually, um, woman should be given protection at every stage of life. She should be given protection. Sorry, she should be given protection by the father in her younger days, by the husband in her youth, and by the grown up sons in her old age. This is proper social behavior according to the Manu Samhita. But modern education has artificially devised a puffed up concept of womanly life, and therefore marriage is practically now an imagination in human society. Nor is the moral condition of women very good now. The demons therefore do not accept any instruction which is good for the society, and because they do not follow the experience and great sages and the rules and the regulations laid down by the sages, the social condition of the demonic people is very miserable. Hare Krishna
So
Prabhu.
they have spoiled their lives and they also spoil the lives of others. And who suffers the most? Those who need protection and shelter, which means the old people. They are thrown into the old age homes, asylums. The ladies, the divorced or abused, and the kids who are left without parents to wander on the streets. And what to speak of the brahmanas and the cows? Brahmanas are butchered every day through the verbal abuse, and the cows are butchered every day in the slaughterhouses. This is the state of today's society. Text number 8. Asatyam apratishtham te jagad ahuvana ishwaram अपरस्परसम्भूतं किं मन्यत् कामहैतुकम्. Asatyam apratishtam the. So apratishtam, asatyam, jagan mithya. This is false. This world is unreal. Apratishtam does not have any source, no God, no foundation. Jagat ahur anavishwaram. Anavishwaram means this world has no controller. This is false, no foundation, no controller. Sounds like Krishna speaking about Darwin. Aparaspara sambhutam, by mutual lust sambhutam, caused, which means sex life. Kim manyat kam ahetukam. Kim manyat kam ahetukam, except for sex life or lust, there is no other cause for this creation. Translation. They say that this world is unreal, that there is no foundation, and that there is no God in control. It is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. Ravi Bodkar Prabhu, go ahead, read the purports.
Hare Krishna purport. Did The demonic conclude that the world is phantasmagoria. There is no cause and effect, no controller, no purpose. Everything is unreal. They say that this cosmic manifestation arises due to chance material actions and reactions. They do not think that the world was created by God for a certain purpose. They have their own theory that the world has become about in its own way, and there is no reason to believe that there is a God behind it. For them, there is no difference between spirit and matter, and they do not accept the supreme spirit. Everything is matter only, and the whole cosmos is supposed to be a mass of ignorance. According to them, everything is void, and whatever manifestation exists is due to our ignorance in perception. They take it for granted that all manifestation of diversity is a display of ignorance. Just as in a dream, we may create so many things which actually have no existence. So when we are awake, we shall see that everything is simply a dream. But factually, although the demons say that life is a dream, they are very expert in enjoying this dream. And so instead of acquiring knowledge, they become more and more implicated in their dreamland. They conclude that as a child is simply the result of sexual intercourse between man and woman, this world is born without any soul. For them, it is only a combination of matter that has produced the living entities, and there is no question of the existence of the soul. As many living creatures come out from perspiration and from a dead body without any cause, the whole living world has come out of the material combinations of the cosmic manifestation. Therefore, material nature is the cause of this manifestation, and there is no other cause. They do not believe in the words of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyate Sacharacham. Under my
Sachara.
Sara, yeah, Sachara Charam.
Characharam.
Acharam. Under my direction, the whole material world is moving. In other words, among the demons, there is no perfect knowledge of the creation of the world. Every one of them has some particular theory of his own. According to them, one interpretation of the scriptures is as good as another, for they do not believe in standard understanding of the scriptural injunctions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, asatyam apratishtamte. They think this the world has, or this jagat has no cause, no foundation, no cause. It is only existing because of lust. Text number 9. Etam drishtim avastabhya nashtatmanulpabuddhaya pravanti ugrakarmana kashaya jagato ahitaha श्याय जगत अहितः एतां दृष्टिमवस्तभ्या नष्टात्मान अल्पबुद्धि. Alpabudhya means less intelligent. Nashta atmana, nashta atma, self-destructive. In other words, who destroy the path of self-realization. Bhavanti ugra karmana, those who engage in ugra karmana, painful activities. Shyaya jagato itaha, performing activities which leads only destruction. Shyaya means to reduce of the world. Jagat ahitaha, and does not lead to any benefit to the world. Translation. Following such conclusion that there is no master, there is no God, the world is existing out of lust. The demoniac who are lost to themselves, who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. This is the verse describing the Second World War. If you know the little history of it, both Mussolini as well as Adolf Hitler were greatly influenced by Darwin's theory, according to the historians. And considering, and therefore Hitler said, we belong to the Aryan race, and the Jews, they have no right to live. Like that was the background. So what was the background? Background was this was text number 8. Asatyam pratishthamte jagadahu anishwaram. There is no controller. It is all happening because of lust, nothing else. So now we can destroy everyone, anything, whatever we want. So Ugra Karamana, that's the time the planes, the fighter jets, and that's the time the nuclear bomb was invented, etc. etc. And that Ugra Karamana led to what? Shyaya Jagat Ahitaha, destruction of the world, and has not proven until today beneficial. Alright, the puppet. So where are we? Our devotees. Okay. Yes, Mother Medhamni, go ahead and read. Hari Bol, quick please.
Hare Krishna, Dhanapranam Prabhu. Prabhu, sorry, text 8, na? Demonic conclude that the world is phantasmagoria. Oh, 9, sorry. Okay.
You see the screen over here, like this is
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Please start reading.
Sorry. The demonic are engaged in activities that will lead the world to destruction. The Lord states here that they are less intelligent. The materialists who have no concept of God.
Can
think
you
that
volume
they're-
increase a little bit? You're faint.
The demonic are engaged in activities that will lead the world to destruction. The Lord states here that they're less intelligent. The materialists who have no concept of God think that they are advancing, but according to Bhagavad Gita, they are unintelligent and devoid of all sense. They try to enjoy this material world to the utmost limit and therefore always engage in inventing something for sense gratification. Such materialistic inventions are considered to be advancement of human civilization. But the result is that people grow more and more violent and more cruel, cruel to animals and cruel to other human beings. They have no idea how to behave towards one another. Animal killing is very prominent amongst demonic people. Such people are considered the enemies of the world because ultimately they will invent or create something which will bring destruction to all. Indirectly, this verse anticipates the invention of nuclear weapons, of which the whole world is today very proud. At any moment, war may take place, and these atomic weapons may create havoc. Such things are created solely for the destruction of the world, and this is indicated here. Due to godlessness, such weapons are invented in human society. They're not meant for the peace and prosperity of the world. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kamam ashritya dushpuram dambhamanamadhanvitah moha vasad grahan pravartante asuchi vrataha. Kama, lust, ashritya, taking shelter of dushpuram, dushpuranena. The third chapter also talk about it. Dushpuranena, which means is never satisfied. Dambha, arrogance, pride. Man, false prestige. Madan vitaha, intoxicated with it. Mohad, illusion. Gritva asad grahan. Gritva, taking non-permanent things seriously. Asad, sat asat. Sat is eternal. Asad grahan. Taking 2 BHK house too seriously, in other words. Pravartante, flourishes. Asuchi vrataha, unclean, and avrataha, avowed. Translation. The demonic taking shelter in sexual lust, pride, and false prestige, and being thus illusioned, are always prone to unclean work attached by the impermanent. Attached by the impermanent, what all are impermanent things? Our possessions. Anything related to the body is impermanent. Our profession, our art. And attracted by the impermanent, what happens? They are engaged into unclean work. Why? Because they're illusioned and they have taken shelter of the lust, pride, and false prestige. Everyone is trying to defend that, isn't it? The whole world outside, everyone is trying to defend their false pride and protect their ignorance. Purports. Okay. Krishna Chandra Prabhu, you want to read?
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
The demonic mentality is described here. The demons have no satiation for their lust. They will go on increasing and increasing their insatiable desires for material enjoyment. Although they are always full of anxieties on account of accepting non-permanent things, they still continue to engage in such activities out of illusion. They have no knowledge and cannot tell that they are heading the wrong way. Accepting non-permanent things, such as demonic people create their own god, create their own hymns, and chant accordingly. The result is that they become more and more attracted to two things: sex enjoyment and accumulation of material wealth. The word asucha vrata, unclean vows, is very significant in this connection. Such demonic people are only attracted by wine, women, gambling, and meat eating. Those are their asuchi, unclean habits. Induced by pride and false prestige, they create some principles of religion which are not approved by the Vedic injunctions. Although such demonic people are most abominable in the world, by artificial means, the world creates a false honor for them. Although they are gliding towards hell, they consider themselves very much advanced. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. The world creates a false honor for them. They're given different accolades, Nobel Prize, Peace Prize, etc. Although they're gliding toward hell, they consider themselves to be very much advanced. Text number 11 and 12. चिन्तामपरिमेयां च प्रलयान्तामुपाश्रितः कामोपभोगपरमा एतावत् इति निश्चिताः आशपाशाशतेर्बद्धा कामक्रोधापरायणः इहन्ति कामभोगार्थम् अन्ययेनाथ sanchayan. Isn't it interesting? Lord Shri Krishna spoke 3 verses at the beginning of the chapter and said, okay, Devi Sampati is done. Let me describe Asuric Sampati. Any quick thoughts? Why Lord Shri Krishna is speaking so many verses on glorifying the Asuras? Of course, he's not glorifying the Asuras. Any quick thoughts? What do you think?
That is a predominant nature in Kali Yuga.
So, Avishek Prabhu says, because that is a predominant nature in Kali Yuga. Okay, what else? What else? Correct. What else possible? Why Krishna is speaking so much? We should speak about the good things, not the bad things. Krishna could have gone on speaking around 28 verses about each of the qualities of Devi Sampati and 1 verse about Asura. How happy we would have been. All positivity. Now Krishna back to back is speaking about our past lives.
Showing the mirror.
So why? Okay, to show us the mirror. What else? Just keep thinking what possible reason? What possible reason? Why? I mean, this is just hypothesis. Huh? We are just sharing. I don't have any answer from
Hare
Acharya's
Krishna.
commentary. Yes,
Hare
Mother
Krishna,
Sangeeta.
Prabhuji. Yes, humanity begins when this sort of inquiry is awakened in one's mind.
Okay. All right. Good.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare,
Yes, Mother Priyanka.
To be aware of such negativity in the world and so remain aloof.
Okay. What else?
Hare,
Ravi
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji. It
Yes.
is very easy to become Asur in today's world. Just to
Okay.
okay, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Chance,
Krishna
yeah,
Prabhu.
there's high chance, yeah.
Okay. Krishna Chandra Prabhu. Yes.
You see, we are pure in consciousness because in contact with material nature, which has got goodness, passion, and ignorance. So, and generally in this particular age, we are all living in the age of ignorance. So there is more demonic qualities coming out of us. So that could be the reason why he is warning us of all these demonic activities, which can lead to the destruction of the world.
Perfect. I'm thinking of something else here. Let's see if anyone else. One last comment. All right. So here is my take on this, or a quick reflection while discussing with all of you while reading. This question came to my mind, and my reflection is: what is the difference between divine and demoniac? So one is their qualities, and second is their actions. And their actions are not authorized. They do not follow any authority. They act independently. So why Krishna is speaking about all these demonic qualities elaborately, verse after verse, to remind us, give up your independent mentality. Start following the authority. Start aligning yourself to authority. How many of you acknowledge, as a sadhaka, as a devotee, even we struggle with that? Now you may say, oh Prabhu, I am not speaking lie anymore. I am following the principle of cleanliness. So I am Devi now. Are we really Devi? We have a lot of work to do to align ourselves with the Vedic injunctions, more than that, to align with the authorities. And that ain't going to be easy. So the underlying current, what I see through verse after verse, when I read the verses about this asuric qualities, if I need to get free of it, I need to follow. I need to align myself with my spiritual authorities. I need to align myself with spiritual authorities. That is what kind of comes out for me. Hare Krishna. And that brings us to a conclusion of today's discussion. It's almost 7:10. So let me see where we were. So we were on text number 11 and 12. Okay, we can finish this verse and then close for today. So text number 11, Chintam apariyam cha. Let's see. Chintam hamesha chintagrast rehta hai. Have you met people like this? Probably yes. Aparimeyam. Kitani chinta? Never ending, unlimited, Aparimeyam, as deep as ocean. Pralaya antam, and until when? Until the death. अरे वाह क्या बात कही है ना. I guess this is what they use as chintam aparimeyam cha pralyantam. This is what आजीवन चिंता की अग्नि में जले और मरने के बाद आग की चिता में जले. आग की जलना चिता ये कहता ना, आग की चिता में जले, like that. So चिंता. फिर उपाश्रितः, taken shelter of them. काम उपभोग परमा. Kam upabhoga parama. Parama means the highest goal. So kam upabhoga, to fulfill their desires, they have made their highest goal. Etavat iti nishchitaha. This is how they have decided. This is what I'm going to do. Asha pasha shater baddha. Asha. Asha means asha pasha. Pasha means rassi. आशा के बंधनों में फंसकर शते. कितनी आशा? एक नहीं, दो नहीं, शते, century. All of us are followers Sachin Tendulkar. Century asha. Asha pasha shater baddha. Being bound by hundreds and hundreds of desires. Kam krodh parayana. Parayana means always situated in. What mentality? Full of lust and full of anger. Ihante kama bhogatam. And ihante, he desires kama bhoga artha. You know, dharma artha kama moksha. So what he desires? Kama bhoga artham. Anya yenartha sanchayan. And anya yena, illegally, artha sanchayan. अर्थ को कैसे प्राप्त करता है? Illegally he accumulates the कहते हैं अर्थ. हरि बोल. They believe that to gratify the senses unto the end of life is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, there is no need to there is no end to the anxiety. Being bound by hundreds and thousands of desires, by lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. Hare Krishna. Puppets. So, who would like to read now? Okay, Mother Radhika, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. The demoniac accept that the enjoyment of the senses is the ultimate goal of life, and this concept they maintain until death. They do not believe in life after death, and they do not believe that one takes on different types of bodies according to one's karma or activities in this world. Their plans for life are never finished, and they go on preparing plan after plan, all of which are never finished. We have personal experience of a person of such demoniac mentality who even at the point of death was requesting the physician to prolong his life for 4 years more because his plans were not yet complete. Such foolish people do not know that a physician cannot prolong life even for a moment. When the notice is there, there is no consideration of the man's desire. The laws of nature do not allow a second beyond what one is destined to enjoy. The demoniac person who has no faith in God or the super soul within himself performs all kinds of sinful activities simply for sense gratification. He does not know that there is a witness sitting within his heart. The super soul is observing the activities of the individual soul. As it is stated in the Upanishads, there are two birds sitting in one tree. One is acting and enjoying or suffering the fruits of the branches, and the other is witnessing. But one who is demoniac has no knowledge of Vedic scripture, nor has he any faith. Therefore, he feels free to do anything for sense enjoyment, regardless of the consequences.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, next verse doesn't have the purport. We can take the next verse also. Anyways, today is Ram Navami. By the way, happy Ram Navami to everyone. Idamadya maya labdam imam prapsye manoratham idam asthitam api me bhavishyati punardhanam asau maya hata shatrur hanishye cha paranapi ishvaro aham bhogi siddho aham balavan sukhi adhyo janavansmi ko anyu asti sadasho maya yakshasi dashyami modashya iti ajnana vimohitaha Idam adya maya labdham. Interesting, huh? Idam, this adya maya labdham. Let me gain this today. Idam prapsya manoratham. And if I get it, all my desires will be, I shall gain according to my desire. Idam prapya se manoratham. Idam asidam apime. This idam astidam apime. This is also mine. Bhavishyati punadhanam. And will increase in future. Punha. And with this, I'll increase my wealth. Like this. Asau maya hata shatru. By me, I would kill my enemies. Asau maya hata shatru. Hanishye chaparan api. Hanishye chaparan shatru. I shall kill those who all are my enemies. Ishwaroham aham bhogi. I am the Lord of all. Aham bhogi. I am the enjoyer. Siddhoham balavan sukhi. I am the all perfect. I am the all powerful. Therefore, I am happy. Adhyo abhijanvan asmi. Adhyo means wealthy. I am surrounded by aristocratic people. Koho anyo asti sadashomaya. Koho anyo means who else is like me. Yakshasi dashyami modishya. I shall sacrifice. Yakshasi dashyami. I should give charity. Modishya. And I shall rejoice. Iti das. Iti Agnan Vimohita. Such a person is said to be deluded by ignorance. Mother Anjana, please read the translation.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother.
The demonic person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, thank you. So here we'll pause. I believe this chapter should have 23 verses as far as my memory goes. 24, perfect. So which means mainly in another sitting tomorrow. I'm today going to Bombay, so I will not be able to meet you all tomorrow morning. That way, so we'll resume our discussion on Saturday. And maybe we'll have it this time on Sunday also. Like that. So I want to take it on a go now because in some time our travels may begin again. So let's finish this. And Mother Medhavani, where are you? Yes. So you're gonna post a poll on the group. What should be our next book? So I am thinking we should start from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, because we have read a lot of philosophy. Let's go into some nectarian pastime because we just celebrated Gaur Purnima. So I thought that could be the next good book. I'm intentionally skipping the Adi Parva, Adi Leela, right? Adi, right? Adi Anta, Adi Madhya Adi Leela. Yeah, why am I missing the word? Adi Leela, Madhya Leela. Adi is very philosophical, which we'll take it later on. It'll take too much time, so better we begin with Madhyas, sweet stories. So that is my suggestion, and we can have 3-4 more books. I thought of having our the book Chaitanya Bhagavat, but then I thought I guess it's better first we stick to Prabhupada books here. Let's read Prabhupada books first, purports of Prabhupada, and then we'll go to these books. Otherwise, there are many Acharya books which I would like, but all of you should be ready also. So we'll go with that. And if in case this group has any suggestions, they can write to Mother Medhavani, and then we can take a public poll on the groups. All right. And on this auspicious day, we are also starting our call as blogs on the website now. I would be inviting all our Bhakti Shastri students and others. And now henceforward, whoever will be part of my courses, for example, Bhakti Shastri, next will Bhakti Vaibhav, will make it as a part of the syllabus. Every Bhakti Shastri student has to write during the tenure of his course 3 blogs. Something like that. Just see, this writing is an extremely powerful tool I had been longing to do it for long, but I thought, why not we create a platform? So that's the reason we had been working all this while. Yesterday we did it. At my end, I'm going to commit for one blog a week. Because I have to push it into my schedule. Then only it will happen. And then invite all of you also. Karke. So I'm gonna maybe around the weekend I'll have one session on how to write. I'll have that session where I'll give you some tips of it from my end, from my humble understanding. And then I was thinking, this whole Bhakti Shastri thing is good. Papers are out, we just mug up the answer, write it. OBA, God knows, from which chat GPT we are copying and whatnot. Really, I'm not much happy with the way the things are. In that sense, we need to do it better. And all of you are of educated background, you have the potential. So I thought along with that OBA, I'm gonna make it kind of, I'll begin with a little bit optional, then I'll little push and make it compulsory afterwards. That every Bhakti Shastri participant for every book, or maybe if the whole course will have to write few blogs. And I'll give some tips for it, how we can begin and do that. Trust me, you will love it. It will be a mode of goodness, happiness. In the beginning, you will suffer a lot. But in the end, once you have written it, you'll be happy. Trust me. I've gone through that suffering in my, growing up days. And once you have written it and pen it down, now you can speak on the subject matter so confidently. It really does a wonder thing. So that's the whole thing. We'll announce about it officially in some time. All right. So I'll see you all on Saturday morning. And Mother Madhavni, go ahead and do the polling thing. Okay?
Poll in which group, Prabhu?
Be a yogi only.
Okay, I don't have access, Prabhu.
So Vishwakarma will give you access. Okay. Hey, you can copy that message around, or poll has to?
We'll have to
Every
create,
group separately.
Yes.
So you can give it to Mother Madhavni. She can do that. We can make her admin for all the 2-3 groups that we have, and she can go ahead and do that. And in case if you have any quick suggestions, you can let Mother Madhavni. Okay. So Mother Madhavni, if in case not my suggestion comes, and we can have suggestion, you can have the name of like a small book. We can pick up some small books. So you can have Chaitanya Charitamrita like this. Then we can have small books. Then we'll go with sequence of small books. But I would like not to go for that. I would like to go to seriously for Chaitanya Charitamrita. And like this, you can think of 2-3 options like that. Krishna Chandrabu, you have something to say?
Yeah, will we be having the Srimad Bhagavatam class tomorrow, Prabhu?
I am not available, so I'm going to see if any one of them could be available. Sarvlakshmi Prabhu, Prabhu. Because I'll be attending the program in Chopati tomorrow, so I don't want to skip that and give my class.
Okay.
So therefore, I have some meetings also there. So I'm not available, but I'll ask Sarvlakshmi Prabhu if they can do that. You have to check. Hari Bol.
Prabhu, please share your schedule, Prabhu. I've been asking you for.
I don't know. Only I know that today night I'm there and tomorrow morning I'll get back to you. All right. Then we'll spend